So women's doubles will be coming up next on semi-finals day here at the Maybank Malaysia Open. Gives us a chance to look at the destination Dubai rankings for the women's doubles. Well, there's 4 Chinese pairs shown there, plus 3 Japanese pairs. I can tell you that actually at joint 10, there's another Chinese pair as well. So China very dominant in this women's doubles discipline. And of course, I can tell you that the opponents of the winner of this match is a Chinese pair. So Jung Kyung Eun and Jung Kyung Eun of Korea. There they are. Left and right-handed combination up against Tian Qing and Xia Huan.
New Zealand. Service judge David Wong Peng Seng, Malaysia. Court 1.
Well, the Chinese combination playing their very first tournament together. And we were watching them yesterday and they were mighty impressive. Tian Qing, of course, is the reigning world and Olympic champion. And this is showing from quarter-finals onwards. And yesterday, the Chinese pair that we're about to watch absolutely destroyed Vivian Hu and Woon Ki-wei, 21-3, 21-10, 29 minutes. But they haven't played against another seeded pair. Chinese pair on the way through to the semi-final, whereas their opponents, Jung Kyung Eun and Jung Kyung Eun, disposed of the number 4 seeds, Reika Kakiwa and Mayuki Maeda, in the very first round. It needed 3 games to do it, though. So there is the reigning world and Olympic champion, Tian Qing. Of course, won those titles with Zhao Yunlei. So 2 fairly unknown quantities, in all honesty. We know all 4 players. We know they're all world-class women's doubles players. But within these partnerships, we're not terribly sure. Jung Kyung Eun is the left-hander on the right as we look at them. 25-year-old born in Seoul. Jung Kyung Eun turned 25 just last month. Of course, their world ranking is totally unrealistic because they've only played 1 tournament together within the ranking period, and they lost first round of the All England Championships to Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, who of course reached the final. Their career win-loss record indicates that they did play previously, and I can tell you it was back in 2011. They played just 2 tournaments that year, last 16 of the All England and first round of the German Grand Prix Gold. So to this new Chinese pair, both from Hanwha near Yiyang in Hunan province. 28 years of age, Tian Qing. On the left as we look at them, 23 years of age, her partner. Now, as I was saying, this is their first ever tournament together. Of course, their year win-loss record, they've had 3 wins already this tournament. But those statistics coming from prior to the tournament beginning. Well, the Koreans, as I was saying, beat the number 4 seeds in the very first round. The Chinese, no seeded opposition. But Ian, you and I watched their quarter-final against Vivian Hu and Woon Ki-wei, and of course the Malaysian pair, as the last Malaysian players in the tournament, were perhaps a little bit nervous, but even so, I thought they were very, very impressive.
Well, first tournament together, but you wouldn't have known it if you were watching them for the first time. They were very, very well organised. Tian Qing looked as though she was relishing being boss for once of the combination. And they look very good. It'll be really interesting to see. This is probably a stiffer test than yesterday. You would have to say the Malaysian girls look very, very nervous. So it'll be interesting to see. Difficult to judge the form, 2 new pairs. It will be interesting.
Jung Kyung Eun, who we're looking at, practicing the serve. Of course, she had a highly successful partnership with Kim Ha-na. reached number 5 in the world ranking. Currently, actually, still at number 8, still in the top 10. But then Tian Qing is currently number 2 in the world ranking with Xia Huan.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Tian Qing, Xia Huan, China. On my left, Chang, Chang, Korea.
The announcements from Trish Gubb from New Zealand are on par for this. So the Chinese pair far side of the court as we look down in the blue kit. Number 8 seeds getting, oh my goodness gracious, what on earth was that from Chang Eun?
Oh, that was a miss.
Do you think she's nervous? Now here's an interesting statistic for you, Ian. Both the Korean players making a 4th appearance here at the Malaysian Open, playing with their 4th different partner.
That is a good statistic. Well, Koreans over the years have changed a lot with their ladies doubles pairs.
Yeah.
And again, this is a new one. Relatively successful. They've got a couple of relatively successful combinations that they've switched again. And just last-minute manoeuvring before the start of the Olympic qualifying period, I guess.
Good play. The big question in my mind, actually, Ian, is what has happened to Xia Huan, with whom Chang Eun won a silver medal at the 2013 World Championships. She was a delightful player, wasn't she? And I know she was beset with injury problems.
Yeah, I was just going to say she had a lot of issues with injuries, but I haven't heard any news.
Well, most of last year, Chang Eun was playing with Kim So-young. And with Kim So-young, they were winners of just one title, although they reached number 4 in the world rankings. Won the 2013 Korean Grand Prix event. And it was always a partnership that promised much, but never really fulfilled that potential.
Yeah, they never really got the consistency, did they?
No.
Sort of one tournament in 3, one tournament in 4. They'd challenge and sometimes beat some of the top Chinese pairs, but they couldn't put two or three tournaments together.
Yeah, it's well taken from Tian Qing.
We saw a lot of that yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was, I know we discussed it yesterday, but it's an interesting point that Tian Qing, playing with Zhao Yunlei, of course, did a lot of the work from the rear court, very solid rear court player. But yesterday it was evident she's the one who's going to step up and take responsibility on the forecourt in this combination.
And of course, Jung Kyung Eun, highly successful women's doubles partnership, as I was saying, with Kim Ha-na. They appear to be wanting Kim Ha-na to concentrate on the mixed doubles with Go Sung-hyun.
Yeah, you'd have to say that you would think there is some potential in that combination. Both of them very, very good mixed players. But it'll be interesting to see how this ladies goes. But both of these players actually have the ability to play aggressive ladies doubles, which is not always the case with the Korean players. Many of the Korean ladies doubles players play a very solid game, work from defence, manoeuvre the shuttle around the court, and not so aggressive. But both of these players actually have that ability to play a more aggressive brand of doubles, and maybe that's why they put them together, to try it out just before the Olympic qualifying period starts.
That's a good flick serve, wasn't it? It's gone flat and long. Tian Qing just asking for the shuttle to be changed. Of course, Tian Qing is a two-time winner of this Malaysian Open title with two different partners. Xiao Huan in 2011 and Bao Yi-sin in 2013. And we were discussing the fact she'd reached the final of the mixed doubles as well in 2011. That's lovely defence from Xia. And then hits flat and long. But it was a super defensive shot, guided across court. That one there.
Yeah, having worked the opportunity, she'll be disappointed with that. Just tried to force the play a little bit there rather than looking for a better angle.
43 shots. Oh, that's a lovely change in pace.
The Koreans looking very good in attack so far, aren't they? Playing with good variety, using the right hand, left hand combination to good effect. It's a good block, good change of pace.
Oh, that's a super shot. Finding the mid-court area, the left-hander. Chang up. She's played some good mixed doubles in her time as well, hasn't she? Remember her playing with Young Sung and also with Shin Baek Chol? Highly successful with both of them.
Yeah, she's a really good front court player.
Oh, look at that. That's lovely.
That's well left. Good judgment.
Well, it's a healthy lead, isn't it? 7-point advantage. And the Chinese coaches are going to have some hard work with their players to turn this around. Lee Kwon Won, the Korean coach, silver medalist at the Olympic Games in Beijing in 2008. And Lee Ho-jung. Now there's a former partner in the middle there. That's Kim So-young. Last year was playing with a left-hander.
That's a safe bet, though, with the Koreans at the moment, though, Jill, to say there's 4 girls sitting there, there's a former partner. They've had a few different combinations over the last 24 months. Are we allowed to call them the more established pair, having played one tournament together, whereas the Chinese haven't? Is that the difference so far?
Technically, I think you're right.
Yep, I think that's an example of what the Chinese coach will have been saying. He'll be asking Tian Qing to step up, get involved on the front court, try and dominate this match tactically. Too many times she's been forced off the net in the first half of the game. See her immediately trying to move forward in the first 2 points after the break.
Yes, good smash there from, well, it was, do you call that a smash, or, well, she was taking it overhead, but it was very low, wasn't it?
It was good control, not easy from that position.
Oh, service fault called. First one of the match so far.
Yeah, she just lifts the hand, doesn't she, to get the leverage. Good call.
All good.
Yep, learned from a mistake earlier, a few points ago. She forced from a similar position, she forced it out the rear court there. Took the pace off, controlled it well.
Oh, another service fault called, this time on Xia Huan. Now, I've just had a message from a friend of mine about Hei Wan, and she's actually playing mixed doubles in Osaka this weekend. She's in the mixed doubles final.
Oh, well, it's good to hear she's playing again.
Absolutely.
She's had so many problems.
Yeah, it's landed in. Good rally. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Tian Qing is getting involved more at the front of the court, as you suggested she ought to.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the message from the coach at the mid-game interval. Just hunt the shuttle a little bit more. I'm sure the partner was instructed to hit more into the channels, try and get her into play in that front court area.
Eight of the last 10 points going to the Chinese pair since the mid-game interval. It's all same pace attack, though, isn't it? They need to vary it. There we go. Suddenly, the softer shot wins the point.
Yeah, good call, Jill. But I was going to say, actually, that that's the first time they've been on the attack for a few points. And earlier on in the match, when they were winning the attacking opportunities, they were very, very effective. But they've just gone a little bit passive in the last few points. Some of that's down to Tian Qing getting control of the front court, but the Koreans have got to stay positive. They've got to look for the attack. They had a lot of success with that early on.
Just enough pace on that return to tempt Chang into going for it.
I think she'll be disappointed for a left-hander. That's one I think she'd be looking to take normally. They won the point, but there's some service problems here, aren't they? It's gone to a forehand serve. We noticed that yesterday, we discussed it a little bit, but it's quite a defensive service in nature, isn't it? Lots of flicks. Just trying to get the shuttle into play. A real aggressive intent behind it. Here we go again.
Gone wide. Now, if a player is flick serving an awful lot as a receiver, why on earth aren't you staying back a little bit? In other words, saying to them, I'm waiting for that flick serve, almost force them into serving short.
Yeah, fair point.
That's well left. Was ready to hit it, she could have played it. There was a clash of rackets between the two Korean players.
Yeah, but we can see Tian Qing desperate to get into the game, backing off there, trying to take as many shuttles as she can. Partner's just made one or two errors recently, and she's just trying to get herself in the game as much as she can.
Good rally, good pace to it. Always landed in. That's a super shot from Xia Huan. Yeah, perfect. So the one-time 7-point deficit has been closed. Back level, 16 all. Oh, well taken. Chang Eun. Well, you said she's a world-class mixed doubles player. I concur with that. And that's enabled her to hit shots like that.
Yeah, on her least favoured side as well, around the head. She was probably looking to edge across to the forehand side, but read it well. Good play. The Koreans do look good when they get the attack, I have to say.
Yeah, it's good pressure, isn't it? It's when they've got the attack, it's sustained.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. They build the pressure, don't they? They're very consistent with the attack. They keep it going down, patient, good margin for error. And they build the pressure on their opponents. It's good play.
Now that, I know it was good continuous attacking play from the Chinese pair, but why on earth didn't the Koreans try and do something with the defence? They just seemed so content just to get it back and just to lift it. You're not going to win rallies like that. You have to turn your defensive play into attacking play.
Yeah, no, I mean, as a coach, I talk a lot about the first defensive shot. The first time that the opponents attack, that's probably when the most space is available, because they haven't maybe got into the attacking formation yet. So if you can get the block in or the drive in with that first defensive shot, you can turn it round. Once the attacking pair gets set, then it's more difficult to do. So it's that first being aggressive with that first defensive shot. It's a big key to doubles.
Now, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Illustrating your point quite beautifully.
That was good. I was happy with that. No, but it's a real theme, I think, in defence. And ladies doubles, sometimes they do tend to go a little bit passive and work their opponents, move them round, and just wait for errors. But I think it's quite sad, because they're all such good athletes now that they can play with more variety. And it's nice to see this Korean pair. I've not seen them before, but they are trying to attack and using the left-right combination quite effectively when they do win the attack. Yeah, that's good again.
Yes, and that good play has brought them to game point opportunities. Yeah, good interception. It's gone long.
Yeah, good rally. There's one player that certainly won't be panicking in this situation, Tian Qing. Been here many times.
Game point opportunity number 2. Oh, got in each other's way. That's the first real clash we've seen with this new Chinese pair. Oh my goodness, how did she play that? Don't believe it. How on earth did Chang Eun keep in the rally there? Look at this. That's extraordinary. Well, 2 of the 3 game points have been well saved by the Chinese pair. Lovely, lovely defensive shot. Found a gap.
Yeah, good play here. I do feel that's not a great smash from the Korean there. Going cross-court there, put a partner in a bit of a mess, wasn't sure which way to cover. Slight signs of panic and nerves there, I feel.
So back level at 20 all, and we will require extra points. Oh, that's gone long.
That's gone very long, I would say.
Yeah. So a 4th game point opportunity for Chang Eun and Jung Kyung Eun. Now, 4th time, it's been well saved by the Chinese combination.
Well, Tian Qing showing all of her experience there, closing the space down, coming forward after the defensive shot, and great finish. Like I say, she's been in these situations so many times. She's using all of her experience to keep them in the game on these game points that they've been facing.
Variation. Change the pace. Yeah, well, they changed the angle instead, which was just as effective. Oh,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah, and when they got the attack there, they did try and isolate the Chinese a little bit, keep Tian Qing out of the game there. Yeah, you can see Tian Qing's not happy with her partner at the end of that point, but not a lot she could do really. She was isolated.
So game point number 5. Oh, that's a shocking serve.
Yeah, just showing some nice signs of nerves, aren't they?
Yeah.
Towards the end of this game. They've had chances.
Yeah, and I like the fact that she changed the angle, trying to serve low but out wide, but it was simply too loose.
I do think that's where the Koreans should be concentrating a little bit more, keeping Tian Qing out of the game. Again, the error comes from the younger Chinese player.
Sixth opportunity. Gone long, and this time they convert. The Koreans needed 6 attempts. 24-22, says the umpire. Indeed it was. What a good opening game. 30 minutes of play. Her former women's doubles partner, the coach that is, Lee Ho-jung, I heard was playing in some domestic events.
Yep, that's right. I saw a nice article written about her where she was saying she'd missed it, she'd felt her body had recovered a little bit and she wanted to try playing again a little bit. She was missing the game, missing being competitive, and she started playing for her old Korean club side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it, Ian? Taking the captain's role, Tian Qing.
Yeah, I think she's got to. Her younger partner was guilty of making a few errors in that first game. Guilty of forcing the play a little bit. Quite a few of her shots going out of the rear court. She just needs to be a little bit more patient. On the other side, I do think the Koreans have got to be really, really focused on trying to take the attack and really going for these points. Yeah, and we start with the same way. Young Chinese player there, just pushing it out the back of the court again. Just struggling to control the shuttles in these conditions.
There's another.
Yeah.
And is this purely the inexperience of Xia Huan? She's the one that's hit out the back on these 2 points.
I think it's a little bit technical as well, Jill. She's quite, what I would say, swingy, if you know what I mean, on defence. It's not a short, crisp technique that she's got. She actually takes a swing at the shuttle. And in these conditions where flat shuttles are tending to fly out the back of the court, that's not helping. Her technique is not helping her in those situations.
Yeah, fascinating. The coach's eye. Oh, look at that. Oh. Do you call that a lucky net cord, or do you say that that's she earned her own luck there?
No, that's skill for me. She's committed to the shot. That's what she was trying to do, and she did it.
It's going wide.
2, 3.
Well played.
Yeah, good positive play. That's what got them the first game. They need to keep that going. Yeah, nice play. Stepped in.
Yeah, I don't normally think of Jung Kyung Eun as a really lethal front court player, but she did very well in that rally.
I think she can play. I think she can play a very aggressive style of doubles. I just think in some of her previous combinations, she's tended to play with more defensive-minded players, and this combination might suit her better.
Yeah, good point. But also, perhaps that Kim Ha-na was the player in the partnership when she was playing with Kim Ha-na that wanted to go forward to the net more.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So a natural instinct was always to retreat, whereas I think this looks a more balanced combination. When you're playing with a left-hander, you need to close the space down on the opposite side of the court to get two of you high in the court. So I'm sure they've been doing a lot of work on her stepping forward in the court, stepping forward. Whereas, as you say, in a previous combination, she was probably more often than not stepping back because the forecourt space is being taken by a partner.
Yeah, she's waiting for that flick serve now. Got back very quickly. Nice defense. Yeah, just slight confusion as to which of the two Korean players should take that one down the middle. It's always something you need to learn over time with a new partner, and especially so when you're suddenly playing with a left-hander.
Yeah, cross-court player has to step up there, really. Take the middle once the shuttle starts to drop.
Yeah, really taking control of that rally, Tian Qing.
Yeah, and that's what she needs to do in this match. It's going to be, if they're going to turn this round, it's going to be down to her starting to dominate in those sorts of situations.
What would be interesting to know is why, having played two tournaments together back in 2011, the All England and the German Grand Prix Gold, why the Koreans didn't play any more tournaments. Because I mean, what I'm seeing here, I'm thinking huge potential. It's an exciting prospect, these two Koreans playing together. And I don't know if you saw at the All England, their first round match against Wong Sia-Lee and Yu Young. That was 3 tough games, and I watched that and I was very impressed with it too.
Yeah, their styles really suit each other, and you know, there's scope to improve it a lot. I mean, at the moment they're not taking full advantage of this left-right hand combination. There is still a few problems, I would say, rotationally, but yeah, it's hard to explain.
Well, other than, you know, they've got so many good women's doubles players that, you know, finding out and experimenting who's the best combination together does take time.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the answer. They've got a very strong group of players, and they haven't been scared to switch those pairs, but coming into the Olympic qualifying period now, it's time to stick.
Yeah. Olympic qualifying period, of course, starting next month.
Yep, we're nearly there. It's good again, I like that. Mid-court push and two of them staying right up the court.
Oh, that is phenomenal. What a shot from Chang Eun. Now, I think a few other of the women's doubles players could learn from this defensive shot. 1, 2, 2 flat over the net. There's the first, and then guiding the second into the open space. That is absolutely magnificent.
Well, that's what we were talking about, Jill. Isn't it nice to see a Korean ladies doubles pairs trying to counter-attack there straight away? Super play, good skills.
Good placement of the smash from Tian Qing. Yep, flick again.
Yeah, not a very well placed smash, you'd have to say, straight on to the defence of Tian Qing, and she takes full advantage.
So it is the Koreans who have the advantage at the mid-game interval, albeit just one solitary point. You know, it's just going through my mind, Ian. Can you remember the last time that Xia Huan served low?
No, I mean, yesterday's game was a different proposition. They were comfortably in control, and she did mix it up a bit yesterday, but now the pressure's on today. It's flicks only, I'm afraid.
Yeah. 42 minutes. Halfway through the second game. Our previous semi-final, the men's doubles, we were well into the deciding game after this period of play. The umpire calls for play to resume.
That's good again. Yeah. I like that, stepping up in defence. Drive defence, looking to be aggressive. challenge here.
Challenge. Holds in.
Trish Gubb, our umpire, confirming that the challenge has been made. If you're wondering what all the noise is about, I can tell you that Lee Yong-dae, yep, did catch the line. And Yu Young-sung had come through a battle against Lee Sheng-mu and Sao Chia-sin. 22-20 in the deciding game.
One challenge remaining. Play.
Yeah, it's well taken again, isn't it? Four-point cushion. Oh my goodness, how did she get that back? Yep, I like that. Good rally. Yeah, very, very well played by Tian Qing.
It's over.
Yeah, once she gets in the game, she's lethal, isn't she?
Well, the court's going to need to be mopped of the perspiration.
We see it, change of
11,
pace,
14.
change of direction, following in, great determination. Took her 4 shots, but she got there.
Now, while the court's been mopped, Ian just explained to us why Tian Qing and Xia Huan, playing in their first ever tournament, are number 8 seeds, whereas Chang and Jung Kyung Eun not seeded at all.
Testing me on the regulations. Well, they've got notional rankings. All 4 of them have got points with other partners. The difference probably between the 2 pairs, I haven't looked at the exact points of the previous partnerships, but the difference between the 2 pairs is probably that the Koreans have played 1 tournament together.
Yeah.
And that will reduce their notional ranking.
It's brilliantly taken, isn't it? The Chinese pair have got to remember they're playing against a left-hander.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Service over. 12, 15.
Made that look really easy, but it's not.
Play.
You feel this is the crux of the match?
Yeah. So is she going to flick again? Oh God, no. Well, low serve, if you can call it a low serve.
Ish. Ish. Low-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, that
over.
is a big, big problem, isn't it?
12.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a real issue there, I'm afraid. It's a nice use of the mid-court space, though, you have to say. Good subtlety.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? Good touch.
Lovely.
Service over. 13, 16.
I'm disappointed with herself, but I still think it's quite nice that the first instinct isn't to lift there. The instinct is to try and push and probe and find some space and take the attack.
It's landed well in. I think there was real confusion between the 2 Chinese players as to who was going to go back and take that, and I think the leaving of the shot actually was because she was so late to go back as well.
Yeah, and I think Tian Qing's conscious that she's got to get into the front court as well. So she took one step forward and then wasn't sure, and there was hesitation from both of them.
Brilliant retrieving. Well, did well in the early stages.
Service over, 14-17. Change.
Nice follow-up.
Yeah, she knows after all that hard work, being down on the floor, getting back up, carrying on the rally. You sort of feel that the Chinese pair really got to. I wouldn't mind betting on a flick here. What do you reckon?
His favourite after the last attempt at a short serve. Yeah.
Clever. Ooh, that's a good backhand. Yeah, really good pressure by the Koreans.
Service over, 18-14.
Yeah. Just wondering whether they're going to get a little bit tentative as they get close to the final points, the winning points, but that was certainly still very positive.
Yeah, there was a great interception by the left-hander at the front of the court, but a
14.
wonderful, wonderful response from Tian Qing.
Yeah, Tian Qing trying absolutely everything to keep them in this game. Just caught off guard there. Smash across it, very effective.
So just 2 points away from a place in the final. Oh, beautiful. It's just long.
Service
No, the
over,
more I'm seeing this Korean pair, the more I'm liking them.
19.
Yep, as a coach, you probably don't mind seeing that mistake because they were trying to be positive. You know, it was a big point. They tried to be positive. The instinct was to go for it, and that's a good sign.
It's gone wide. And now
Service over,
match point opportunities
20.
for Chang
Match
Eun
point, 15.
and Jung Kyung Eun. Short. Oh, she's missed it. Of all the players to miss the sitter. And the Koreans being congratulated
Korea.
by Lee Kyung-won. Yeah, remember to thank your opponents. That really should happen first. Without opponents, you can't have the moment of joy of victory. The first thing you need to do is to thank your opponents for their role in your elation.
Match
And
won
it
by
was a
Chang
fine
Eun and
performance
Chang
by
Eun,
this
24-22,
new
21-15.
Korean pair. 24-22, 21-15. The moment of victory. 54 minutes for those two games, and they're through to the final. only their 4th ever tournament together. The 2nd tournament together of 2015. Their confirmation of the score. So that means that we just have one more semi-final to come, and it's men's singles. The 2-time Olympic champion Lin Dan of China up against the European champion and world number 2 Jan Jorgensen. So just one more semi-final. It's men's singles, and therefore we'll have a look at the Destination Dubai men's singles rankings, and 2 Danes at the top of the list there. But we're going to feature in this semi-final the number 2 and 3 ranked players on that Destination Dubai list. Lin Dan, the number 5 seed, the 5-time world champion, 2-time Olympic champion, against Jan Jorgensen of Denmark.
Men's singles semi-finals, match number 30. Lin Dan, China versus Jan Jorgensen, Denmark. Umpire Rohana De Silva, Sri Lanka. Service judge Tuan Haji Muhammad Azizan Ali, Malaysia. Court 1.